Welcome to Just Minding My Business virtual studio. We are delighted that you are with us this afternoon and glad that you stopped by. Coming to Roku and Fire TV is Mindset Movers TV, where we challenge you to unchain your mind and grow through the inspiration, empowerment, and education that our host will be providing. Today we have with us Christina Johnson, using her experience as an award-winning educator, best-selling author, homeschooler, and publisher. Christina M. Johnson has developed a super fast and stress-free way to plan, pen, and publish your life-changing book, blog, or business-to-business content. She has equipped thousands of entrepreneurs and service providers with the resources and tools to start, scale, and leverage their businesses using her 1,500 words in 15 minutes or less method. Christina is the host of Freedom Builders, a series created by a family of entrepreneurs to assist viewers who want to know how to monetize their message, write to six figures, or build a family legacy using a book or other literary content. Freedom Builders seeks to increase the number of family-owned businesses and lasting family legacies through education, networking, and publishing.
Hello, Christina. Welcome, welcome.
Hello, Miss Crawford, Miss Haskins. Thank you for having me this evening. I'm excited.
I'm excited too, and we are really excited that you're part of our upcoming channel that's going to be airing on Roku and Fire TV very soon, Mindset Movers TV. So tell everybody a little bit about who you are and what you do.
Okay. Yes, I am Christina M. Johnson of Testimony Publishers, LLC, and Freedom Builders, which is soon to be on Mindset Movers TV network. But at Testimony Publishers, LLC, I don't just publish books. It's not just trying to get one person to just get a book out there. Although check marking, wrote a book on your bucket list is amazing. Testimony Publishers seeks to build a lasting family legacy. And in doing that, your message, your mission, whatever it is, we help you to find clarity in that, to write it out, polish the manuscript, put it in literary form, whether it's a book, blog, or what have you, and then take that and build a business off of it where you can earn passive income for years to come, and perhaps even pass it down or pass it on to someone after you've long gone. So what we want to do is not just tell stories or publish books. We want to build something that's lasting. And we've been able to do that, especially with the strategies that I've used and incorporated. We've been able to do that.
Okay. All righty. So tell us a little bit about what's the word I'm looking for? Some of the projects that you've worked on. Mm-hmm. Just give us a little snippet.
Okay, well, before Testimony Publishers, I actually have experience in nonprofit. I was also, I am an award-winning educator. I taught in public and private school. I've been hired to write curriculum. So all of that research experience, my background in education, I just kind of use that to develop some writing strategies for people to be able to use. And in doing that, I found that I've been able to help people who would otherwise think they weren't able to write a great book or weren't able to even share their story, do just that with the books that they've actually published. And we're not just trying to publish people's books and, hike the price up and keep the profits. Most often, 99% of the people that I have worked with since I began in 2017, we've been able to set them up where they get 100% royalties from the sales of their books. And per book sold, they've been able to make an average of $500 per book because we leverage their book for other opportunities like speaking engagements, online courses, virtual workshops. And especially now, since the pandemic has been going on, my previous and current clients are thriving in this environment because we're setting them up to be successful online and in this virtual space now. So some of the past things that I've done, I've written grants. We now have sponsorship for a lot of the books that we are helping people to write, where sponsors come in and actually help to pay for the books to be published. So everything that I did before, we're now incorporating into this. And building family legacies. That's what Freedom Builders is going to be about. It's a family thing, and everything I've done with people, my clients and customers, I taught that actually to my children. And they have a best-selling book, #1 new release in 3 categories, hip hop hair. And they've built, basically they're working on building an empire, something that's passive income, something that's sharing their story and talking about who they are as a people, accepting themselves, and they're able to encourage other people to do the same thing.
Wow, that's amazing.
Thank you.
That's amazing. Yes, and that was taking me to my next question. What can people expect from your show?
Okay, like Miss Ruth read in the beginning, Freedom Builders is created by a family of entrepreneurs for entrepreneurs who want to build a family legacy or a lasting legacy. And you don't always have to have children per se to build a legacy for your family. It can just be loved ones, you know, your friends and family. You want to be able to leave a lasting legacy. And that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to help people to identify their story and find within their story something that they can share with other people and build upon that. Creating monetization strategies and then executing them. And we're going to do it in just little short snippets where, you know, I'm teaching some of the strategies that are working now, because of course you get a lot of people who may have been successful with things like 20 years ago, and those strategies do not work right now. So we're going to be working on strategies that work now and sharing those. And then I'll also have periodically some people that come on and they're quote unquote experts in their field, meaning that they are earning at least 6 figures. I have on deck 2 multimillionaires. I have two or three 2 Comma Club winners who are going to devote some time to share their expertise and what is working now, so that families can just become more self-sufficient. So we won't have to wait on the stimulus, you know, and we won't have to wait on, you know, not necessarily handouts, because we are deserving as citizens and as people, but at the same time, just having to wait, even on your job, having to wait a week or 2, you know, or you get paid on the 1st and 15th of the month. We don't have to wait anymore. We have that passive income coming in where we are earning and bringing in income while we're sleeping. And that's what our children need to see, because long gone are the days when you get to work 20 and 30 years at an employer and then retire and receive benefits. So we know that we have to start now, and Freedom Builders is actually going to assist people in finding ways to do that. And we're going to focus on writing and storytelling to do that.
All righty there. We have a question from Renee Lamb. Do you specialize in any specific genre for books?
Okay. We specialize in crafting a story. Okay. That story may be nonfiction. I had a chiropractor who wanted to use her expertise and skills, and she crafted a children's book. I have several pastors that I've worked with, and they have nonfiction books, but in the form of workbooks and books where people can write in them and kind of work through some of the things that they're dealing with, some of the life's challenges. So the specialization comes in when we are helping people to find clarity in their particular story. And that most often comes in the form of a nonfiction book or a children's book. The fiction books, we haven't gotten too much into that, but as far as building a business, you can build a business with fiction books, but we are currently using book building for children's books and nonfiction.
Okay. All right. So my next question, being an educator and this pandemic, you know, I've heard, I mean, the news make it seem like the children are failing because they're not in a classroom per se. Can you tell me how it's working in your family with your children?
Right. Before the pandemic, I was a homeschooling mom. So my children have only known homeschooling. But what I would say to, I guess, first to the parents who have children that are in public school that have now had to transition to being at home and being taught virtually, I would just say, hang in there in reference to what you've been comfortable with. But at the same time, look at some of the possibilities that are now presenting themselves. And I say that because I believe we have been given a divine opportunity to educate our children for what they really need to be educated in. When I was in school, yes, I was a top student, A plus. I got scholarships galore to go to college. I was also a junior Olympian. I got scholarships as far as track and field was concerned. So school was paid for. That was never an option. But the entire time while I was going through school, pre-K through, my postgraduate studies, I was always taught to build for someone else. I was not trained in school, and I was a great student. I was an awesome student. I was never trained to build for my family. I was never trained or taught lessons on how to build a business or entrepreneurship even. It wasn't even a chapter in a book that I can remember where I could read about being an entrepreneur. It was always some type of career that I had to get into, apply for. Someone had to choose me over someone else. And it was just like I had to fight for a position. So I'm saying all that to say right now is a wonderful opportunity for parents to find what their child may be gifted in or what their child is excited about, and then just start supporting them in that, because you never know. Gaming is huge. Your son likes to play that game all day. Tell him to find a way to maybe develop his own game and start selling that online. Do the research. I did not always know what I know. I had to put in time to learn it. And then I had to put in time to practice, fail at it, and then get better. So it's going to be the same thing for other people. The only thing that I would say now that I know is to get someone who's done what I want to do and then ask them, invest in them and say, okay, can you teach me? I didn't know that at first. So I was just trying to go it alone. But there's so much help out here for parents who want to become an entrepreneur, who want to have a side hustle, and also help for parents who want to help their children to reach their goals and achieve things in life, because college may not be for everyone. And as we've seen, the scholarships are dwindling. There may not even be athletic scholarships like they were before. So we need to start putting ourselves in place so that our families will still be successful and thrive, even though the system is not set up the way that it was, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it makes a whole lot of sense. I'm a homeschool. My son was homeschooled as well.
Awesome.
Fortunately, I had the support of, my daycare provider, which she was a true blessing to me. And my son has always shown interest in art.
Oh yeah.
And right now he's working on building a game. One of the things you talked about.
Right.
And he also helped do all of the editing for Just Minding My Business Media.
Right.
So that has, we've created, like you just said, we're creating a business within the family.
Right.
We're pulling on the family.
Right. Right. And you look at other, I see Renee, yes, a job is only one option, not the only option. Love that you said that. Thank you so much, Renee. And it's amazing because when we're talking about what's going on with COVID, the pandemic, unemployment and everything, and you mentioned building businesses as a family, if you look at other races of people, they do that all the time. And then if you look back throughout our history as Black Americans and as descendants of Africans, it's always been, entrepreneurship, selling things. And if you think back to your grandparents, or maybe you had an aunt or uncle always selling dinners and, or making things and selling those. We've always had examples to look at. But when times changed as far as the industrial age, it kind of shifted. But now it seems like it's coming full circle where working for yourself is becoming big. It's increasing.
Yes.
That is
Absolutely.
actually a new paradigm for business in the Americas.
Yes,
Work for yourself. And you're right, it's gone for full circle. We're right back at the beginning, learning what our skills are, creating skills, finding teachers so that we can have a livelihood that we provide with our own hands.
yes, yes.
Yes.
I'm reminded of I think it was maybe a speaker, a video. It may have been an article. I'm not sure, but it's in my head. The people that went westward for the gold rush, most of those people that were looking for gold, they went bankrupt. They didn't come out with much gold, but the people who supplied them with the resources to follow their dreams became millionaires. So I'm saying that to say we have all that we need to find out what resources we can provide to people. And once we serve those people, they're not going to go broke because what we're giving and offering is a value. And then they'll be able to move forward and keep growing as well. So we should be looking to do the same thing.
Yeah. So if people want to contact you, how do they do so?
Okay, awesome. Linktree, that I guess that's one of the first places you can go. I'm under Linktree as Christina Marcia Johnson, and you can look me up there. I also have an email address that you can email me if you are interested in maybe being an expert on the show. We also want to highlight books and businesses that are, thriving, and then some businesses that need marketing support. We're also interested in them as well. So you can email me at admin, ADMIN, at testimonypublishersllc.online, and someone will respond, either myself or my VA will respond to you and get all the information, give you details if you need that, and then just we'll go from there.
All right, now this is a hot topic about freedom building and generational wealth.
Right.
All of which is so important.
It's definitely important. My husband and I, we talk about, we've been on a lot of podcasts with the children. We're going on a podcast tour for this hip hop hair book. And we were talking about our children, and they still want to be individuals. They all don't necessarily want to continue on being an author and things like that. But whatever they do, they know that they have the support to do it. And we weren't always like this. My daughter, Abigail, she said on one of the podcasts we were on, she said, well, was it Elizabeth? One of my daughters said that we weren't always able to assist them with some of the things that they really wanted to do. But now she can see that what she was dreaming about and her vision, was valid. So we actually helped her to validate her vision and her dream because we were able to provide resources and support her and just be there, on this journey with her. And that is something that she will never forget. No matter what happens, she's going to remember, my parents validated me. My parents saw something in me. I saw it in my head first. My parents supported me in that. And we can do that as parents for our children. We can definitely do that for them. Whether we have the finances or not, it just takes time to do that.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. This has been, I can't wait for your show.
It's going to be a lot. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And we're not just going to bang you over the head with a whole lot of information. We're going to give you little tidbits. After every show, you'll be able to get off, stop watching TV, and go do something that is going to feed you and feed into what you want to accomplish. You'll be able to do something each and every time we have a series. Get off of TV, go do something. And then the next episode, same thing. And then you'll hear from people other than me and my family, because it may be something that you want to do that I don't necessarily have experience in. So I'm going to try and open the floor for other experts to come in and give their point of view on what's working in particular areas.
Absolutely. And one more question for you. What was your why for saying yes to Mindset Moves TV?
Oh my goodness. When I work with my clients, we always do mindset work. And within that mindset work, we talk about why. And I'm a firm believer now. I wasn't always, but I am now a firm believer that your why should not necessarily be connected to a physical person, place, or thing all the time. And that's because my why used to only really be my children. But then I had a miscarriage, and then I just went to like this dark place because I'm like, all right, I just lost a child. And it just put me in just a whole different mindset. I still had other children, but it was just like the loss of my child. You know, I could just feel a difference within my body and in my spirit. And I was just like, it has to be a little bit more to that. So just through your prayer, meditation, and just kind of sitting still and self-reflection, I knew that why had to be greater than anything you could see, touch, or feel. It had to be higher. It had to be almost divine. So when you all asked me to be one of the hosts, I was like, this is divine. You know, not that I want to be on TV or anything like that, but the fact that now I believe God is going to use the Johnson family to reach so much farther than we could have had we not accepted the offer. So my why is the opportunity to just touch more people and serve more people in this time, especially. It was a no-brainer.
Wow. That was well said. And we are so happy that you said that, because we know that you're going to bring value to
Thank you.
the entire channel. So thank you for that. And again, how can people get in touch with you?
Okay, yep. Like I said before, you can go to Linktree, Christina Marcia Johnson. I don't even know if I should spell that, but ChristinaMarciaJohnson. Hopefully I got my name right. You can also email me at admin@testimonypublishersllc.online. And then my website is also under my name, Christina Marcia Johnson. So you can look me up there. We have a lot of stuff going on. In addition to the Freedom Builders, we're going to be teaching parts of my Right to Six Figures training program. So you're going to get access to a lot of stuff that would not normally be basically free access. So it's going to be an amazing opportunity.
Yes. Ruth, you have anything you want to add?
No, I think it's all been said. I'm just glad that you're going to be one of the TV hosts. Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
I know that people are really going to benefit from your presence and from the presence of your family.
I hope so. I definitely hope so. My children are excited. We're shooting a couple of little snippets for them so that other people who have children will be able to see children and then maybe show their children, you know, and give them an example, not to compare, but just to kind of motivate and encourage a little bit. So my children have been shy, and they, you know, they act like they're shy, but then when the camera's off, it's like, you know, they got all this, and I'm like, you should have did that when the camera was on.
You're going to have to sneak it on them when they don't know it's on.
I know, but they're getting better and better at, you know, just being on camera and answering questions when we're doing the podcast. And like I said, it takes time. You got to put in the time, and you'll grow and you'll get better and better at it as time goes on.
Absolutely. So thank you so much, Christina. You got so much energy, and we love you. And
I love you all too.
Yes.
It's going to be so well. We have fun all the time, even in our meetings. So it's a lot that is going to come out because of the positive energy, I think, that surrounds what you all are doing. And you ladies, you got it together, and you're helping younger people like me. You're helping inexperienced people like me, because you all have been doing this for years. And I'm just appreciative of the opportunity. I thank you.
And we're appreciative of you. So, people out there, if you're a mindset mover and you're interested to want to know more about what we're doing, you can reach out to us at social media at jmbmedia.com, which is scrolling across the ticker. So we really thank you for taking time out of your schedule to stop by our studio, our virtual studio here, and embrace Christina M. Johnson.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much.
Stay tuned. We'll be giving you more information about when we will be going live. So thank you again, and we truly appreciate you. righty now.
What's